Hi Scorpio, this is your December 2nd through the 8th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already involved with somebody. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you this week. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Scorpio. We have the Ten of Swords, clarified by the Seven of Cups. We also have the Ace of Cups, clarified by the Ten of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the Hierophant. In the potential outcome, we have the Eight of Wands with the Chariot and the Star. And we also have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, perhaps. We also have Taurus, we have Cancer, we have Aquarius, and we have Aries on the table. But you could be dealing with pretty much any zodiac sign. It's a general reading. What's interesting about this reading is that towards the end of it, especially in the potential outcome, it gets really, really fast. For some of you, the Eight of Wands with the Chariot, and perhaps even with the Wheel of Fortune, those 3 cards together, or at least 2 of them, could be talking about like literally going somewhere or literally moving, or things will just basically speed up, things will gain momentum, or you guys will finally hit the ground running, right? I'm saying finally because I see this person not taking immediate action, not taking action towards you right away. Perhaps this is somebody who is already in your life, all right, and they're kind of like I don't mean to sound creepy, but they're like fantasizing about you. Or maybe they're like imagining, or they're trying to come up with the best way to approach you. You know, maybe they're standing in front of a mirror and they're practicing how they're going to ask you out, or what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, or something like that. Right? Again, it doesn't come off as creepy to me. But yeah, this week, or at some point, at some point during this week, they're finally going to make a move. It's like they're going to take a leap of faith with this. They're just going to do what they want to do. I wouldn't be surprised if they like tell you they love you. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. All right? Or instead of telling you they love you, they will kind of like say, oh, I have so much emotions. I've been into you. I've been this. I've been that. You know, Scorpio. So let me explain. We actually start with the Ten of Swords, clarified by the Seven of Cups. The Ten of Swords is a card of an ending, and an abrupt ending, as a matter of fact. And as I was clarifying the Ten of Swords, I simply asked, so what's coming to an end? What's coming to an end? And the Seven of Cups came out. The Seven of Cups, it is a card of having options, but it doesn't feel this way. It's also a card of like kind of like dreamy energy, dreaming about, looking at maybe restaurants, looking at places they can take you to, you know, like fantasizing of you, dreaming, like imagining things, you know, kind of like that type of energy. So perhaps if this is somebody who is already in your life, they've been just thinking about you, and they've been thinking about you a lot, right? Or if this is a new person entering your life, this is how they're going to be in the beginning. They're going to be thinking about you a lot, like I said. However, here comes the Ace of Cups, clarified by the Ten of Cups, and on the bottom of the deck we also have the Fool. So the Ace of Cups and the Fool put together, yeah, they're finally coming your way. The Fool could simply be an Aries you're dealing with, but the Fool is a card of somebody taking a risk, somebody taking a plunge, somebody taking a leap of faith. Right? So they're just going to do it. They're just going to come towards you and tell you how it is. And how it is that Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is all about love. True, genuine, authentic love. What another interesting thing about this reading is that I don't usually clarify all 3 cards that come out in the main spread. I usually don't. I usually do 2. So, but every once in a while I do all 3 for various reasons, right? This time I was hoping maybe to see a court card like a king or a queen, the emperor and the empress, right? Something like that. But the 2 clarifiers, the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant, clarifying the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, those 2 cards are both marriage cards. They're clarifiers, yes, they're clarifiers, but they're here. They're here on the table, right? That's their intention. That's what they really, really want with you. Scorpio. Yeah, that's it. That's what they want. They want to marry you. They want to commit to you. They want to get serious with you. It's not a fling. They're really, really into you. And what they want is a commitment with you. All right, just so you know. Yeah, so the Ten of Cups is one of the commitment cards, the family card, the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Hierophant. The Wheel of Fortune, again, could be literally going somewhere, but it's also a card of like starting a cycle, a very fortunate cycle, a very serious cycle. The Hierophant clarifying it could be a Taurus you're dealing with, but the Hierophant is that second marriage card that we have on the table. The Hierophant is also a card of education, it's a card of religion, it's a card of spirituality, it's a card of tradition, it's a card of something formal and official. Alright, so, but yeah, I think that's what they really, really want with you. And in the potential outcome, yeah, two really, really fast cards, the Eight of Wands and the Chariot. Those two cards, as a matter of fact, are the two fastest cards in the deck. Alright, and the Star could be an Aquarius you're dealing with, but the Star is a card of a wish come true. The Chariot, by the way, could be a Cancer you're dealing with, right? But so with those two cards, again, either somebody is moving, or maybe both of you are going somewhere, or this will simply take off like a rocket. It'll gain momentum real quick. The Chariot is also a card of moving forward and not looking back. And you're moving towards the Star, which is a card of a wish come true, like I said. So this looks awesome, Scorpio. Really happy for you. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Scorpio, this spread is for you, and it's a spicy one. Alright, we got the Emperor, clarified by the Sun. We also have the Knight of Wands, clarified by the Empress. We have the Nine of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. So here's the deal. I got a little suspicious about that Knight of Wands, right? And the Knight of Wands was the first card that I actually clarified. I didn't clarify the Emperor first, I clarified the Knight of Wands first. And the Empress showed up as the clarifier. Alright, so now we have the Emperor and the Empress. The Emperor and the Empress are either two people in a commitment or two people who are married. Alright? The Knight of Wands is the most passionate knight out of all four knights. Passionate. If you know what I mean. It's a PG-13 video, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, but I'm just gonna add, yes, it's gonna get really, really cozy. It's gonna get really passionate, spicy, hot, however you wanna call it. Alright, so that's what I think is happening. In some shape or form, that's how I think that's what's gonna be. That's how it's gonna play out. The Sun. Clarifying the Emperor, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So the Emperor is definitely gonna be happy. I'm sure the Empress is going to be happy as well. The Nine of Cups right next to the deck is a card of a satisfaction and fulfillment, and it's also a card of a wish come true. The Nine of Cups could also be a card of like a party, some kind of a gathering, get together, because in some tarot decks in the Nine of Cups people are standing around and celebrating, right? But I think in this case it's satisfaction. Alright, it is a card of satisfaction or a wish come true. The Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. Maybe you guys are going to go somewhere. Right? Maybe you'll have like a very romantic weekend getaway or trip or something like that. Alright? The Wheel of Fortune is also a card of starting a new cycle, or maybe a repeat of a cycle. Maybe you've already done this, this type of a getaway, or this type of a whatever it is going on, and you're going to be like, why don't we repeat that? And Mercury is in retrograde right now, right? Mercury is in retrograde, and that's when things repeat. During Mercury retrograde. Alright, so yeah, stay safe and have fun. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Scorpio, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent X. Also keep in mind, Mercury is firmly in retrograde right now. So this is when more X's than usual tend to resurface. So here's one of them. We have the King of Wands, clarified by the Star. We have the Devil, clarified by the Nine of Swords. The Four of Wands, clarified by the Six of Wands. And we also have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Capricorn and Aquarius on the table. So we're right in the middle of a Sagittarius birthday season, right? Right. So this King of Wands, the first card that came out, could be a Sagittarius, and maybe it's their birthday coming up. So maybe perhaps what's going on has something to do with that person's birthday. If they're not a birthday boy or the birthday girl this week, they could still be a Sagittarius, or they could be any fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, right? I can interpret this a couple of different ways. All the other cards on the table, especially the Star, the Devil, and the Nine of Swords, clarifying it, right? So for some of you, scenario number one, they tried to forget you, they tried to heal from this, but they failed miserably. Okay? For others of you, scenario number two, perhaps in the past they had some sort of a addiction, right? And maybe that's why the two of you broke up, right? And perhaps they've healed from it since then, or they took care of it, they no longer do it. And they're going to come back and they're going to tell you, hey, I no longer gamble, I no longer smoke, drink, what have you. All right, can you please take me back? I do see you guys reconciling, Scorpio. I do. All right, the Four of Wands clarified by the Six of Wands. There's only one way for me to interpret that. It's either definitely a reconciliation, or maybe you guys are going to some kind of a party together, and you will reconcile as a result of that. Okay? Because the Six of Wands is a card of victory and success. By the way, the Six of Wands used to be called the proposal card. The Four of Wands is a card of either some kind of a family-oriented celebration, or it is a card of a family, or it is a card of a wedding. It is a card of a commitment. Okay? We also have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. Judgment is a card of somebody coming back from the past. Scorpio, right? It's also a card of having to make a judgment call. But in this case, it's most likely them coming back, maybe unexpectedly. Perhaps you already forgot about this person, or you no longer think about this person as much, and bam, all of a sudden this person shows up. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Scorpio. This week we have Strength, clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Wands, Death, and the Three of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck, you could be dealing with a Leo or any zodiac sign. It's not going to be an easy week, Scorpio. It's not. But the good news is that I think you'll be able to get through it. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Maybe somebody's going to call in sick, and you will have more responsibilities than usual, or it's just a busy week. But I do see you like struggling at some point, right? The Ten of Wands in the middle, it is a card of a struggle, it is a card of a burden, it's a card of having a lot on your plate, just have a lot of things to do, to take care of, okay? The Strength card to the left from the Ten of Wands, it could be a card of loyalty, right? Maybe you're showing loyalty to somebody this week by doing all of this. Or it's a card of courage. All right, perhaps you've got something you need to do, and you know it's not going to be something easy, but you got to do it, and you just have to have courage to go with it, to move forward with it, to do it, right? The Ace of Swords clarifying Strength, that is a card of determination. Or maybe this is somebody asking you to do something, and you're telling them yes, even though you know it's going to be tough on you, right? Death right next to the deck, that's you. Scorpio, that's your major arcana card. It's also a card of like transformation. So if you go through with this, maybe this will be something beneficial to you in the future. Maybe something will change, or the way people look at you will change. Maybe you'll gain respect, or even more respect, by showing loyalty, by showing courage. But since this is your reading, that's also most likely you. And it's always a good sign to have your own major arcana card in your own reading. It always is, right? The Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is a card of collaboration and cooperation. So brace yourself, Scorpio, but just focus, and I think it's going to be a good experience for you. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Scorpio. We have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Six of Wands. We have the Sun, the Six of Cups, and the Tower on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So fire signs love you this week, Scorpio. All right, you got this Queen of Wands, right? And what you're not expecting, it's like some kind of a very happy news, really good news, or maybe a reunion coming from this Queen of Wands. Because this Queen of Wands is like on top of the world. They're on top of their game, they're winning, or something like that, right? Because the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory, success. It's a card of recognition. It's a card of being, when it comes to work, the Six of Wands is a card of being promoted, being recognized, becoming an employee of the month, or being hired or something like that. If it has nothing to do with work, the Queen of Wands, maybe they're like leveling up in life, or they're winning at something, or maybe they're getting married. You may hear the news of them getting engaged or something like that. If this Queen of Wands is a Sagittarius, maybe they're throwing a huge birthday party and perhaps you're invited. Okay, maybe it's like a baby shower, because there could be news of a child, right? Because we have a child in the Sun cards right there in the middle, and in the Six of Cups right next to the deck, there's two more children. It doesn't mean they're gonna have triplets, no, but maybe they're already a mom and they're gonna be a mom again. But the Six of Cups right next to the deck, it is a card of somebody from the past, not necessarily an ex. The Six of Cups is someone or something from the past. Maybe you haven't heard from them in a while, right? And we're usually glad to see people when they come back with a Six of Cups energy. Okay, the Tower on the bottom of the deck, I think in this case is simply the unexpected factor, because the Tower could sometimes play out as something that happens very unexpectedly, and that's exactly what this spread number 5 is all about. Something that happens unexpectedly. So it has something to do with this Queen of Wands. They're really happy, they're on top of the world, they're celebrating, they feel good about this. Alright, so yeah, Scorpio, that's what I have for you for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Scorpio, have a fantastic week.